Hello, ladies. I'm so excited about all the questions that have been coming in regarding epigenetics and how you can use the knowledge of your own genetic code to prevent really scary stuff like breast cancer. It's super important for us because we're all in the same boat. We want to keep our natural hormones at a very healthy, useful level to slow down the process of aging, right? So it's super important for us to know what our genetic makeup tells us in terms of how we metabolize our hormones, particularly estrogen. Right. And for some of you who were able to watch my recent webinar on this, there seems to be a very similar question. And I told you I was going to answer all questions that came in. And over the last week, I've had at least 10 questions of the same question. So I want to make sure that I answer that. And that is how I can actually help you know what you need to do if you have a genetic weakness that results in abnormal metabolism of estrogen. So I was so happy to see that that question was the one that was coming through instead of questions about why the investment is $1,000 or almost $1,000. Everyone seems to understand the monetary value of knowing your genetic weaknesses, but the questions coming through definitely want more education on how I can help you once we identify your particular genetic weaknesses in your genes. So I want to answer that question right now for you in this video. The answer is through epigenetics. So I'm an epigenetic certified physician, and I have read literally hundreds of DNA reports. I've put together plans for each DNA report that I've evaluated. And in order to understand epigenetics and how to help you with your particular genetic weaknesses, I've been trained in understanding which genetic single nucleotide polymorphisms or weaknesses, which is really an easier way to think about it, are problematic to us. So because these single nucleotide polymorphisms are responsible for assuring that our body is properly removing and metabolizing estrogen. So basically, that's the short version of what I do with your DNA results. It goes a lot deeper, of course. For instance, you might have a single nucleotide polymorphism that affects your ability to methylate estrogen or detoxify estrogen, or even a weakness that prevents your body's ability to properly prevent oxidation of estrogen or an estrogen metabolite. And this is critical, not only for all of us who use bioidentical hormones, but for everyone, because we are subjected to xenoestrogens, which are fake estrogens, all the time, every single day. And we all must detoxify and methylate and properly prevent oxidation of both natural estrogen and xenoestrogens. We all really need to know whether or not we have and which DNA weaknesses we have that can affect our ability to safely metabolize hormones, especially in these days when we're subjected to so many endocrine disrupting compounds. Xenoestrogens are fake estrogens that act like estrogens, but do enormous damage to our hormone system, including cause breast cancer. So if you didn't get a chance to watch our webinar, the video webinar that I did last week, please watch it. It's so important. But just so you know, whether you use bioidentical hormones or not, xenoestrogens are a major threat to our hormone system. And knowing how you methylate, detoxify, metabolize, and remove both natural estrogen and fake estrogens is critically important for every woman on this planet. Those of us who do use bioidentical hormones, and I plan to probably for the rest of my life, we do so to slow down the process of aging, right? We already know they decrease our risk of memory loss and diabetes and heart disease and vaginal dryness and obesity, and they decrease wrinkles. We love that. The last thing we want to do is be blind to something that our body is doing that we can now discover with DNA testing. DNA testing is so important because the study of epigenetics only looks at modifiable DNA weaknesses. And there are so many. It's so important to know specifically where your DNA is troubled so you can easily and quickly start doing the things that will overcome your particular weaknesses. And that is exactly what I do for you. Once your DNA results have returned to me, I evaluate the results and review the results with you. We spend a good 90 minutes together one-on-one by Zoom because I like to share my screen so I can really show you exactly what's happening. And I answer every question that you have. I show you exactly what supplements you really can't do without any longer. But I also show you which supplements are just fluff for you. So I present a nutritional plan for you and a lifestyle recommendations that are specific for your particular DNA SNPs. That's what we call it, single nucleotide polymorphisms, or SNPs for short. And these are your DNA weaknesses which affect your ability to metabolize estrogen, those weaknesses that you inherited from your parents. From your DNA report, I can tell you even the degree of weakness you have. Is it a moderate problem that you're dealing with that you inherited from just one parent? Or is it a high impact problem that really requires super special focus that you inherited from both your parents? Your report will tell me all of that, and I will share it all with you in our one-on-one call. So here's the gig, ladies. I am so certain, so 100% sure that you will be so pleased and shocked at all the things that I can help you with. I'm going to guarantee it. In fact, if you're not fully satisfied with how much I can help you with your particular genetic inherited weaknesses when it comes to estrogen metabolism, I will give you your money back. All right. Now, that's minus the test itself because I have to pay for the DNA testing, but everything else is 100%, no questions asked. If you don't think that I have helped you overcome your genetic weaknesses, then I will give you your money back. Now, there's a link in the description of this video right here below that you can click to learn more about this opportunity to work with me at a special discount. The discount is good only until midnight on November 8th. So hurry and get a spot. But I have to also tell you, you're also competing with how many spots are available left. We already have filled most of them, which we filled most of them after the webinar last week. So don't delay. Click on the link and sign up. I don't want you to miss out. So I also set up a 2-pay system. So you can pay half now and half in about 5 weeks, which is about the time your DNA will be back from the lab. And at that time, we'll set up a time for our Zoom call so you can discover all that you need to know to assure you are taking care of yourself the best you can, preventing illness, even and particularly breast cancer, slowing down the process of aging, decreasing your risk of dementia, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. No more questions and uncertainty about your hormones. That's what you get from me. So thank you so much, so much, so much for that question. It came through more than any other question. There were 2 more questions that came through this past week. I'm going to answer those for you too. Not in this video, maybe tomorrow, but you will get answers to those. One of the questions was, is my DNA safe? How do I know my DNA is safe? That was a good question. And there was one other question I thought, and that's slipping my mind right now. But anyway, go right now to the link, get your spot with me, and let's have fun. Let's make you the healthiest you possibly can be. Mwah. See you soon. Love you. Take care. And I can't wait to work with you. Bye-bye.